don't smell the burnt popcorn when I hear that one.
I smell it permanently. I was there. I got stuck on the Ferris wheel. It wouldn't let me down. All right. So, east of here, there is part of the Eastern Algonquin people called the Wappinger Confederacy. And there are a few literary appearances in this next piece, but it is largely a figment of my lunacy. Waking the Wappinger Confederacy. Autumn weaves new wrinkles on the mother's skin. Consciousness is cast to the top of the boughs, those leaves first brushed in paints procured in the depths of the forest. Conscious, my brother's woman dampens my scholarship of weather skies. Yawn gray wisdom, her eyes bespeak the unvoiced. The maiden plays the piano until I listen and she rises. The coffee house glows blue, imperceptible to the students preoccupied by urban status and statutes of contrived commerce in this city, once the capital of New York. I listen to music of another age, notes hidden between notes called by the piano. What is this Poughkeepsie infested with multitudes of sighing ghosts? Who tricked the elders into selling the land in 1683? I am but a conduit in this Dutch enclave, enriched by the wind and the rain, obeisant only to the call of the coyote entity or the hunger of a ghost she-wolf. I now stand where Adelaide dreamed, long before her lungs became obscene gardens, when Etna planned on finding Greenwich Village during the Great War and Elizabeth fished word rivers. Consciousness is hung about the high mast of a ghost-rigged ship to heave away to the haunted Atlantic on my quest for wild spume as a birth call to grow the pregnancy of memories bestowed by stowaway entities who are mere tokens of my ancestors. Mistress of the tawdry piano, disturb the darkness. Mediterranean muse, I'll follow you along forgotten indigenous footpaths in Dutch wind blown from weird banks and foggy docks of Mahi Kanatuk. Cobblestone hides many secrets. On cringing winter nights, the ghosts of New Amsterdam set out from forgotten realms of unrest and take to task reconstruction of taverns, whorehouses, secret iniquity hovels and back alleys, coerced and concealed in chamber pot and chimney pot intrigue. Who sees these illumined entities? They speak to me in orange maple leaves and sad scarlet oak shawl, lonely, fog-sodden secret. Her locks of yellow-brown birch thought follow, trailing forlorn pastures and haned meadows, once yielding grain empires, now grazed on only by workers in large, stentorian destruction machines and predators in pinstripes and macadam misfeasance. Kiss trill sharp October wind, thick with pirate song of English interlopers wandering this shore-leave dark tavern damp. I have had much to speak in this city, as in Beacon, where the library with acoustic secrets sandwiched between the walls and ceiling wood holds more than ghost memory. I shall return to the city stolen from the original people, again to seek wandering shadows of the lunatic asylum, haunted Jesuit monastery, ghosts of African slaves, and of the wartime king and his queen who walked through the city, unusual scents on midnight breezes. Which entities of Dutch and English occupation joined with Hessians to condemn indigenous ghosts? The great river passes old bodies of drowned and discarded felons and misfits who paid for stolen wares and food with their lives. Their bodies rise on a quiet surface of the echolalic waterway on gray misty days, glimpsed by those who sense spirits floating in the Hudson, mere yards from the docks of Newburgh and Poughkeepsie, cold waters lapping like a dark, thirsty hound against the slimy bow of a newly divulged English ship, starlight angels observing through minute holes in the black punctured firmament. A grizzled, toothless patroon's ghost reminds that in uncertain autumn, speaking through rust-washed maple hair, we exist in a narrow diurnal window, a portal of distraction, a field of urban technological vassalage, unaware that wisps of ghosts, horse and landau leather, cow dung in crowded city streets emanates from a forgotten plane of consciousness. Vassar campus ghosts, hundreds of female entities repeat tired commencement ceremonies during equinox full moon magic. The streets ablaze in chatter of poltergeist pedestrians absorbed by automobile and industrial emotion. The tribulation of tribal families is still discussed by crows and in squirrel dissertation in parks and old lots, ghost-consumed alleyways. Their voices are carried in vengeful weather, winter sleet slung at bare faces, frost-bitten extremities, snowdrifts wherein visions afford heart attacks to snow shovel brigades, smothering humidity in July and August dehydration to the foolish and unprepared. They stand noticed by children and the resigned elderly, ignored by controlled adults, always observing you, present at all auto wrecks and catastrophes, still watching this great river glowing in fog enigma, presiding over Poughkeepsie riverbank in autumn.